Today we're doing the challenge number generator, choose how many hours I read for the day for an entire week, and I'm kind of nervous. So because I work full-time and I do this, I don't really have a lot of hours in the day. If I didn't work full-time, I would for sure do a bigger number range, but because of that, I'm only going to do 1 through 4. So I'll either read between an hour a day or 4 hours a day. I can definitely read more than that than I want to, but 4 hours is my max with working full-time. So I think we should spin and see how many hours we have to read today. It is currently a Saturday, so I'm filming this Saturday to Saturday, and it is Memorial Day weekend. So it's a long weekend for me. So I'm hoping to get like a higher number so that way I can read a lot this weekend. Of course I'll read more if I get a lower number, but I'm just gonna, we are screen recording and I'm spinning. We have to read for 4 hours today. So let me show you the book I am currently reading. Currently, I am reading Emily Henry's Funny Story. This is her newest release, and I love Emily Henry so much. I'm actually already 230 pages into this book. This is my personal book club pick for the month of May, so I'm not gonna talk a whole lot about this book. If you wanna see my thoughts and my feelings, you're gonna have to join my book club because there is an exclusive reading vlog that is going to be available for the people in my book club. It's completely free. The link's in the bio. If it doesn't work, let me know. So we're gonna start with this. We're also gonna pick like 1 or 2 books to bring with me to my parents' house, so let's go do that. I kind of want to keep on the romance contemporary thing, but I also really like a fantasy. I'm definitely thinking Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez because this has been on my radar for the longest time. And then I think to break up the contemporary romance, I think I'm gonna bring a fantasy. This is 5 Broken Blades. I've been seeing a lot of good things about this book and I really wanna read it. Plus it's very chunky, so I think this is gonna keep me occupied for a while. I'm also bringing my Kindle, so these are what I'm bringing to my parents' house, and I will see you guys when it's time to start reading. Tenho esse mar todo, todo pra olhar. Tenho as estrelas infinitas pra contar. Tenho sol brilhando e os patos nadam em par. Meus passos vão mostrando o prazer de observar as flores. I literally have 30 pages left of Funny Story. I'm not sure how this is gonna end. Like, I'm kind of scared about how this is gonna end because I don't want it to end horribly, but I have like a picture in my mind how I want it to end and I want that to happen. But I am loving this book so far. I have been reading for an hour and 15 minutes. I've taken pauses and breaks because I have ADD and I can't be bothered to read for 4 hours straight. Like, I just can't do that. I wish I could, but I can't. So I have to take breaks, but not too bad. I feel like I'm gonna finish this book within the next like 30 minutes and we still have a lot of reading left to do, but I'm really worried. Also, I'm sitting outside and it's beautiful out here today in Ohio. Let me show you. Blue skies, the greenery, the fresh Midwest air. I just love being outside in the summer. Okay, I'm gonna continue reading. I just finished it. And you guys, I absolutely loved it. Do I love it more than Happy Place? I don't think so. I love Happy Place so much. Happy Place made me feel all the emotions. I mean, this book was very, very close. I think I really like Miles. Like, I love Miles more than I like, why am I blanking on his name? Ren? Was that his name in Happy Place? I don't know, I'm forgetting his name. But I really love Miles a lot. I love his character and all that. And yeah, I just feel like the way it ended was so good. And I was hoping it would end this way, but I really liked how, like, the last couple lines, how it kind of like wrapped it all up. But it was like a full circle moment. I really loved it a lot. And I'm giving it a 5-star. But for the next book, I think I'm gonna do Abby Jimenez Just for the Summer because I'm just feeling the vibes for it. And we're at an hour and 33 minutes, so I still have a chunk of time left. So we're gonna keep the ball rolling and keep on reading. As flores no caminho é agrado que Deus deu. Dia após o outro foi o que ele prometeu. Hi guys, good morning. I am obviously not home. I'm currently in my brother's old room at my parents' house. My room is under construction. I'm not gonna talk about it, but this is where I stay when I'm here. I stay in my old brother's room, but I wanted to give you guys an update. So sadly, I did not complete the 4 hours. I failed my first day. I fell asleep. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I fell asleep when I opened my book in bed, but I did make it 3 hours and 16 minutes. So I have 44 minutes to add on to whatever today's time is, but I got to page 141 of Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, and in this one you're following this girl named Emma, who is a travel nurse, and she travels around with her best friend slash foster sister Maddie, and they choose different states. Between each of them get to choose every time. And so Emma also has this curse of where she dates a guy, they break up, and then whoever the guy meets next is his soulmate and they get married. And so she's kind of just accepted it. She also has a really like estranged mother. Her and her mother have a very weird relationship. She didn't have the best upbringing, which is why she went to a foster family. And then you are following, I already forget his name. And then you are following a different POV from Justin, who lives in Minnesota, who has the same curse of where every single person he's dated and broken up with, that said person has went on to marry the love of their life, even marrying his best friend. And he has this dog named Brad, who's named after his best friend because his best friend married his latest ex, and they kind of cheaped him out on the apartment. Like, he chose to move in with her and break the lease with him, so he had to move, so he's mad, so he named his dog Brad. And he is also dealing with some major family stuff. I don't really want to say much because I don't know what is in, yeah, he's dealing with some family stuff as well. And one day Emma sees a Reddit thread about him and she decides to DM him, and they get to talking, and he proposes that they date and then break up with each other, and then they'll find each other's soulmate because the curse will cancel itself out. So that, and she's like, yeah, but I'm going to Hawaii, and she's like, but I'm going to Hawaii, so it's gonna have to wait. Well, they end up canceling Hawaii, and she's now in Minnesota, and they have just had their first date, and that's pretty much what this book is about. And I am really liking it. It's just different from Emily Henry's writing. Like, I just have to get used to it. It's good. I like Abby Jimenez. Abby Jimenez is another author I really, really, really love her books. None of her books have really been below a 3-star for me, which is a good sign, and I've never really been like, ugh, with her books. So Abby Jimenez I really do like, and I've heard great things about this book. So let's pick today's number. I'm hoping not a big number because, you know, we're gonna spin it. Three hours. Okay. So I have to read for 3 hours and then add on 44 minutes. So 3 hours and 44 minutes. So let's go.
Ele prometeu, pode crer, não preciso de você.
Please ignore that back there. That is stuff from another room because my parents are in the midst of like remodeling a couple rooms, so everything just kind of ends up in here, so please ignore it. That's a bunch of dog toys that we have to hide from the dogs because she will eat them all. So she gets them in spurts. But I actually just finished Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez with 54 minutes left of reading time today. There's the dogs if you hear them. And I really liked this one. Is it a 5-star for me? No, because it didn't give me the feeling I had with Funny Story, but I'm gonna sit on it for a while because maybe it will be, because sometimes that happens to me with books. The more I think about them, the more I end up really liking them and my ratings changes. Right now, I'm gonna say it's a solid like 4-star for sure, but we'll see about 5-star. I will definitely say this is, I think, one of my favorite Abby Jimenez books. I really liked Yours Truly, and I really liked Part of Your World. I know a lot of people didn't like Part of Your World, but I really like Part of Your World. But yeah, this is definitely up there with those other two books for me, and I really liked how this one dealt with. I feel like Abby Jimenez's books, at least her last two, have dealt with mental health issues, and I really appreciate it because it's done right. Now, I can't speak for the mental health rep that's in here because I don't have this mental health, but the one with social anxiety, I can definitely speak on that one. That one was done really well. And yeah, I just really like this one. Make sure to check triggers when going into it. I really liked how our characters grew too, and they changed for the better, and I really like it. I just really love this book. I can't say enough good things about this book. I did not expect this book to be like this at all. I didn't have this image of this book being this way, but it ended up being so much more than I thought it was, and I did like it. The only thing that I think was weird is if you read this book, the mention of the Toilet King, I'm not going to say any more than that, but I think that was so strange, and I wish it was something else. I didn't like that. I didn't think it was funny or cute. Like, I thought it was just weird. But yeah, I'm picking this one up next. We have 54 minutes left of reading. I'm nervous about this one, but excited. Hi guys, I am here to update you guys. I have a dog somewhere. There he is. Today's my last day. I'm at my parents' house. It's currently Monday. It's Memorial Day. And I didn't update you guys last night, but I did hit my hours I needed to read, and I ended up starting 5 Broken Blades and reading about 60 pages in. I kind of have an idea, but like I haven't really gotten into it, and I don't know if I've met every single person we're supposed to meet. This is basically you get different POVs from different people, and I think I've only met like 3 of them, or maybe 4. Ewan, alright. Gussie, okay, just give me a sec. So I can't really tell you much, but once I get into this more, I definitely will. But I am liking it. I'm liking the writing style. And it's a really nice change from reading a romance book for hours. I'm really hoping I don't have like a ton of hours because I'm kind of getting a little burnt out with reading. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't ever read this much. Like I don't ever read for that many hours a day because I kind of do reading just as like something to have as like a hobby, you know? Gussie, what are you looking at? You looking at the window? We get the wheel. Spin. I'm moving for like maybe 2 hours. 3 hours again. Okay, let's go get some reading done. Apologize for this lighting. I'm going to invest in lighting someday soon. I promise you guys. It's currently Monday night still. I'm back home. So the holiday weekend is over with and it's back to the real world tomorrow. But it's only a 3-day week for me, so it's fine. But I just wanted to update you guys on what this book was about because I didn't yet, and I still have an hour left of reading, or maybe just under an hour. I can't really remember, but I know I still have a chunk of time left to read. But I am surprisingly really liking this book. I wasn't sure how I was gonna vibe with this book. I like fantasy, but it's been a while since I've read like a fantasy book, and I'm really loving it. So in this book, you're following 5 different people, and I'm probably not going to get them all right. So you are following, I don't want to say who you're following because I think it'll give it away, but you're following 5 different people, and each of them have their own reason or have been hired to help kill the current king and steal the crown. So in this world, the crown, I think like protects whoever's wearing its head and makes them unkillable. And so in order to kill the king, they're gonna have to remove the crown. And you're following someone who is basically a hired hitman. His name is Rowan. I think his name is Rowan. I really like Rowan a lot. He's like Royo. I am gonna mispronounce these names and I am so sorry, but it's spelled R-O-Y-O, Royo, I don't know. But he is, I think, the first person you got the chapter from, yes. And he is a hired hitman, and he gets hired by this girl named Ari to protect her because she is wanting to kill the king. So he's my favorite. And then my next favorite is Sorrow is the count, who is a noble, I think is what he is. Basically, he is keeping her hostage. Not really hostage, but basically she has to pay off a debt that she owes him in order for her and her sister to be free. And he is gonna wipe her debt if she kills the king. And then there's a couple other people, I'm not gonna say anything because I feel like it'll give away up, but I am really liking every single person we have met so far. I've really liked like their chapters we get from, and there is some little bit of romance. Like it's not the plot of this, obviously it is a subplot, but we do get that little bit of romance in here. But it's the best kind of romance because it's not like, oh, giddy, you know, it's like the I don't want to like you but I do, I'm so in love with you and I hate that I love you and I shouldn't be in love with you, and it's just so good. Do check trigger warnings for this book. The lovely author has put them right in the beginning, right before the map. She has a list of trigger warnings, so I'm really appreciative of that. I really love when the authors do that. So yes, I'm really loving this book. I am 200 or so pages into this. Yes, 207 pages into this. And I'm excited to see where this goes. I feel like this is gonna be very twisty. I feel this is gonna be a bunch of unreliable narrators not really telling the truth as to why they're doing what they're doing. And I feel like there's gonna be a bunch of twists, and there's gonna be a bunch of plot lines that cross over and characters that cross over that they're like really working to get. Like I feel like it's just gonna be like a good book, and I'm very happy that I've picked this up. So far I've had really stunning books for this video, and I'm hoping it still goes this way because I don't really want to pick up a book that's going to be bad next. So, and this is getting books off my TBR, which I love. So I'm gonna go back to reading. I will pick up the camera tomorrow when it is time to see how many hours we're supposed to read tomorrow. I'm really hoping it's not a lot because I have a busy day at work and I don't really have a lot of time to read tomorrow, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Good morning, guys. It is now Tuesday. I did not complete the challenge. I'm just not having great luck with this challenge, but I'm doing my best and that's all that matters. But I literally had 30 minutes left of the timer and I just fell asleep. But I got up to page 230, so I literally read 30 pages last night. So I am still really liking it. I wanted to wake up early today, but it just wasn't happening. I wanted to wake up at 5 to read, but my alarm went off and I said, no. The first day back to work is always the hardest for me to wake up, and then after that I'm fine. Even though I get up on my days off between like 6 and 6:30, I still have issues waking up like early on work days. What is that? So I thought we'd just spend together really quickly. Right now it's currently 7 o'clock in the morning. I have to go to work today, unfortunately. There's a wheel. There's an ad. Another 3 hours. Why can't I get like an hour today? I don't think 3 hours is going to happen today because I have a long day at work, but I will try my hardest to get close. But we have to make up for 30 minutes, so 3 hours and 30 minutes. So I'll see you guys when it's time to pick up my book. I swear it is a different day. I'm just in the same pajamas because I have multiple sets of these because these are my favorite pajamas. And when I love something, I love something. It is currently Wednesday, and I did not update you guys on my reading progress yesterday because it was a long work day. And then I had some stuff to do as soon as I got home, so I just didn't. But I did complete my hours because I forgot about audiobooks, including those hours in this number generator thing, and I was like, sick, I got this. So I actually ended up reading 4 hours at work, and I'm listening to Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Rings. And I have about 3 hours left. I started at 7 hours and I have 3 hours left. So I listened to 4 hours yesterday, which I'm really happy about. And then I ended up reading about an hour or just shy of an hour, like 53 minutes in bed of The Best Liar. No, it's on the back. 5 Broken Blades, and I'm still really liking this. The one thing that I feel like is kind of missing for me is because we do have so many different POVs, I feel like we're missing that relationship you develop with the character and getting to know the characters and seeing them change and grow. And that's what's missing for me in this book. The last POV I read from was from a certain someone who had a little moment with another character, and like there's always been something there, but it hasn't been like this. And all of a sudden it's like he switched his brain from like, this is like just a job to, oh, I think I really like this girl. And I'm just like, where did that switch come from? And I think that's what I mean by like those missing puzzle pieces are missing because we don't get the full, we're jumping so much. But now all of our characters have come together, so I feel like it's going to be more cohesive. But I will say that about this book is like, if you don't like a book with a lot of POVs, you would not like this book. They're not necessarily hard to follow because I picked up on them pretty quickly, and they're pretty easy to remember who's who. You just got to give it a couple POVs. If you don't like it, you won't like this book at all. But it is a good book. I really am enjoying it. The writing is good, but there's some parts where like I'm reading this and it reads like a fantasy, and then other parts it's not so fantasy. Like there's just little lines where I'm just like, I don't know if I don't know if that would be said, or like there's little lines of a character that I'm like, I don't know if that's exactly the character's like personality, but I mean, you're the author, so you wrote these characters, but it just doesn't seem like this character would say this. So there's just like little tiny things, but I am enjoying it. So let's spin to see what we have to read today, and then I need to eat my breakfast. Wheels up. Okay, 2. So we got a small number finally. Okay, 2 hours, and I'm probably gonna listen to my audiobook at work, but I'm gonna try my hardest to read 2 hours physically as well. But I don't know because I do have some editing to do for my book club exclusive vlog that needs to go up by the end of the week. So I don't know, we'll see, but I will talk to you guys either right after work or later tonight. Sometime today I'll talk to you guys. Everyone take 5 big sips of water. Good morning, it's now Thursday, and I didn't speak to you guys yesterday. I apologize, but I did end up completing my hours. I ended up finishing Lord of the Rings audiobook at work. I had 3 hours left, so right there I finished my 2 hours of reading then. And then last night I picked up 5 Broken Blades, and I ended up reading for like about an hour and like 15 minutes, and then I thought I was going to bed. I was like, oh, I'm tired. And then, you know, when you try to go to sleep and you just toss and turn, you're like, okay, obviously I'm not ready to go to bed yet. So I picked this back up. So I'm pretty sure I finished out my 2 hours of reading. I just forgot to turn on my timer again. But I am literally like, I think 100 pages away, less than 100 pages away from the ending of this book. And I feel like stuff is just going to be revealed. And I feel like this book is gonna end on a cliffhanger. Like, I just know it is. And I'm just like, how can you do this to us? But I am still really, really liking this book. I want people to give this book a chance because I feel like this could be the next, like, it book in fantasy if people just gave it a chance, and it's so good. So those are thoughts. So let's spin the wheel and see what we got today. I think this video was supposed to run until Saturday, but I may cut it a day short because I am going to my parents' house this weekend. They're doing remodeling in their house and they need help, so that's why I've been there almost every weekend to help them out. So I'm going again, and I don't know how much time I'll have to read because I think we're like painting. We primed last weekend, and I think we're going to pick out cabinets for the kitchen and paint for the kitchen this weekend. That's what we're doing. So I don't know if I'll end up cutting this video a day short. We'll see. But let's spin the wheel and see what it gets. I'm kind of nervous. This wheel loves to give me 4 hours. It loves to. 4 hours. What did I say? I've never gotten an hour of reading. Okay, 4 hours. I have an audiobook that I have from my library that just came out of hold, and it's Ruth Ware's newest book, One Perfect Couple. And I don't know what it's about because I'm only like 20 minutes into it. So I'm sure I'll probably read a little bit of that at work, and then I'll come home and physically read. Probably finish this book. But until then, see you guys very, very soon. Hi guys. I just finished 5 Broken Blades literally 2 seconds ago. Absolutely love this one. If you are looking for a fast-paced fantasy with some twist, a little tiny little bit of romance, like the I can't love you but I do love you kind of romance, and like the forbidden romance, I guess is what it would be called, and just like a whole bunch of characters, please pick this book up. I loved this book so much. And one of the twists that were in here, I did kind of guess a little bit of one of our characters and how they're connected to this whole thing, and I'm shocked I was right for once, but I did guess it. And right now it's sitting at a 4-star. It may go up higher, but right now it feels like a 4-star, and I need book 2 now. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a duology. I don't see how this would be turned into like a trilogy or beyond that. I feel like this is going to be a duology, with just by the way it ended, and I'm really excited for the next book. And I wanted to update you guys on my hours because I think we did 4 hours today of like the time, and for some reason at work I just wasn't feeling an audiobook. I listened to the first hour of Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and then I got home and I did the rough cuts of my edit. So basically I took out all the long breaths and the ums and all that, and I listened to audiobook, and I listened to another hour. So I listened to 2 hours of that, and then I just sat down and finished this for the next hour. So we've read 3. So I'm not gonna read any more tonight because I'm actually gonna go finish Dune Part 2. I started it last weekend, fell asleep, wasn't home to watch it because I want to watch it on my projector, and now I finally get the now I finally have time to sit down and finish the rest of it. So I'm not going to read any more tonight. I'm going to watch the rest of that. I really liked it. I will come back tomorrow when we pick a book because I don't know which direction I'm going to go for. I think I'm definitely going to go for another fantasy because I'm just feeling a fantasy. I read 2 contemporary romances, and I think I'm going to do another fantasy for this vlog. I just don't know what fantasy. I'm looking at my priority TBR for the month of June, and I don't know. I don't know what direction I'm going to go in, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. It's my new look. Good morning, guys. I literally just hopped out of the shower, which is why I have a towel on my head. I forgot that I need to spin the wheel to see how many hours we're gonna read today. So I don't think I'm gonna start with a physical book just yet. I'm gonna wait because I have some cleaning to do today. I've had a productive morning, okay? I worked out at like 6:45-ish, I think it was, and then I had breakfast, and then I edited this vlog up until this point, and then I just took a shower, and it is 9:44 in the morning. I was listening to Billie Eilish's newest album in the shower. It's so good. So let's spin a wheel. I'm going to listen to an audiobook while I clean, and I'm still listening to The Two Towers from Lord of the Rings. I am 2 hours into this audiobook with 18 hours left to go. So let's spin our wheel. I don't really care what number I get today. Honestly, I really don't, because I am off today. And it's a beautiful day. I'm going to my parents later today. Okay, let's spin the wheel and see what we get today. 3 hours? Is that 3 hours? Oh, an hour. Should we respin? Let's respin. Because I feel like an hour is nothing. $3. Okay. 3 hours. Let's start with an audiobook. I will come back and speak to you guys when it's time to choose my physical book because I still don't know what I'm reading. So I'll see you guys in a couple of hours. Good morning, besties. It is Saturday, and I'm gonna cheat, and I'm not gonna do today as an addition to this vlog because I need to edit this vlog because this vlog is going up tomorrow. Obviously, I'm not home. I'm back at my parents' house, and I wanted to update you guys. I did complete my 3 hours yesterday. I listened to about like 2 hours of Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and then I ended up reading another hour. I read about 60 pages of Fable, and I am not really enjoying this book at all. I'm kind of bored. I'm probably going to DNF this book, but I'm going to give it until 100 pages because I'm filming another video. It's Instagram chooses my reads for the week, and they chose this book for me, so I'm going to give it a fair 100 pages. And if I'm still bored, I'm going to switch it up. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I feel like it was very successful. I read 3 books that I absolutely loved, like all great books, and I'm really happy about it. So, you know, I called it a success, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys are subscribing because I would love to have you here. Make sure to be kind to yourself and to others around you, and I will see you guys very, very soon. I love ya.